Hey, this is Reigndrop Lopes, and we all have a story to tell and a lesson to learn. And this is my story. Shout out to Choke, no joke.
Yeah. You know what it is. Choke, no joke. Either war. Rest in peace, Fuego. Don't ask me why. We here now. Let's go. Born in the Bronx, raised in Eden Wall.
Choke, no joke. You already know we back in the building. We here with another series of My Story from My Mouth. All right, where we get to know people outside of just the entertainment industry, get a little deeper. You know how we do. And tonight we have the young lady by the name of
Reigndrop Lopes.
Okay, Reigndrop Lopes. Now, is Rain your government name?
Rain, yes. And then I got Reigndrop because people were making fun of me because I'm little. So they literally just started calling me Reigndrop as a joke, and I loved it.
So tell the people where you are originally from.
Well, originally I'm from Philadelphia. Yep. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Philly, yep. Philly in the house.
What part of Philly?
North, mostly north. Yeah, not west or south. That's like the rougher areas. So north was like the mid roughness.
So what year was it when you left Philly?
Well, okay, so Lisa left first. She left in probably around 90. And me, my brother, my mom left like between 93 and 94.
Well, yeah, for y'all that don't know, she has a very famous sister. I'm not going to get into that yet. We'll get into that later. We're going to get to know who Rain is first. But Reigndrop, okay? Every time she say Reigndrop, I think of the Amigos.
Really?
Right? You know the what's the song they got?
Reigndrop, drop top. When that song was out, as you can imagine, that's all I heard everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Reigndrop, drop top. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay.
So tell the people who your sister is, because they're gonna want to know it. And so
Well, I kept showing my hat, so I don't know if they could read it, but yes, Lisa Left Eye Lopes is my big sister.
your big sister, by how many years?
2.5.
Okay. So y'all not far apart in age.
This is her 55th birthday. So that makes me 52. That's what I'm thinking, but I think it's 52. Because I didn't have a birthday yet this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's 52.
All right. Now, what has that experience been like having a superstar sister?
Wow. So it's weird. I always tell people Lisa was a superstar before she got into TLC. Just as a child growing up, everybody gravitated towards her, family, friends, people in the neighborhood. It was like she was a mini celebrity without even doing anything, just being herself. So when she got into TLC, it was kind of like the same thing. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like a drastic difference. It's just instead of like maybe 100 people gravitating towards her, now it was like millions of people, you know, so.
And how did that affect your life?
I would say the main thing was probably not used to people being in my business personally. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not the star she is, like, but you know, so I just had to understand, like, when I went out or went somewhere, it wasn't just me. Like, I was representing Lisa as well. So, you know, less privacy.
Right. So when she left in 90, what level of schooling was she at?
Let's see, I know she was going to girls high, so she was in high school, but I know she didn't graduate. So I believe she was in her 12th year, but she didn't graduate. Okay. But she actually went back and got her GED because my mom, you know, kind of was like, you know.
I can dig that. So when she left, was that to pursue music?
She left Philly and came to Atlanta with a guy named Lorenzo, I believe, and he had a music video that he wanted her to do. And it might have been the Angel video, the song called Angel. But yeah, she came to Atlanta to do a video with this guy and just ended up staying. And getting into TLC a couple years later. It just happened like so quick. She was gone one day and the next day she was in TLC. I was like, oh, wow.
So how would you say in Philly was y'all upbringing? Was it poor, middle class, or were y'all rich?
Poor. I mean, of course, there's levels to poor.
Right.
Poor, but we had food most of the time. And if we didn't know because, they just made sure we didn't know. I just remember it was a time where my dad was pretty abusive. So my mom took us and went to Florida with just us. And I just remember her telling us the story that she opened the cabinets one day and there was one can of food left in the cabinet, literally. Like, we didn't know. So she said she went out to the neighborhood church and it was really racist in Florida at the time. So she was actually scared. So she knocked on the door of the church and this, white lady answered. And, she told the lady she didn't have food. And the lady, gave her the food from like their pantry and everything's very nice and everything like that. So yeah, like I said, at certain times we didn't have food, but we never knew. My mom had to tell us the story. So, we were poor, but we had what we needed: clothing, a house over our head, food. Even though sometimes we lived in a garage, the garage looked like a castle because my grandfather built the garage and then my mom decorated it, and she's an interior decorator. So that's why I'm saying we lived in the hood, in the ghetto. But once you opened the door and walked in the house, it wasn't the ghetto. It looked like a castle. You know what I mean? So
that's a good thing. So you had both parents in the house when y'all were coming up?
On and off. My mom was, not my mom. My mom was always there. My dad was in and out because, he was just doing his own thing. He was drinking heavily at the time. So it's weird because just thinking about like my memories growing up, some have him in them and some don't. It's like he could have been gone for weeks, months sometimes, and then sometimes there'll be a week where he was there all the time, so.
Did that affect you, him like going and coming back?
No, because it was better when he wasn't there because it was so abusive. Like, he was abusing my mom on the daily, so it was more fear. When he was there, it was more fear. I mean, there were times where I remember us just like having fun, joking around because outside of the drinking, he was a very likable person. But because he drank so much, it's like 90% of my memories are of that. I have like 2 good memories where he wasn't drinking, but he was a likable person. He had a really good sense of humor outside of the drinking.
And how did you carry seeing that abusive behavior in your mom's relationship in your life with your relationships?
Well, I would say if I think about it, I can't really pinpoint how it carried in my relationship, but I know just for me personally, I had a lot of PTSD, anxiety that I didn't know came from the abuse. Like, for years, I would just wake up in a panic. Up until I would say about maybe like 5 years ago. And I didn't know why. I didn't know why every time I woke up, like my heart's beating so fast and I'm panicking. Well, just, doing more research and being more self-reflective, I actually found out it was anxiety from growing up and always being afraid, of hearing like banging or loud noises in the other room because my dad, might have been hurting my mom. Any like jarring sound or any loud sound, I would be like afraid, so yeah, that's what I brought into my personal life from that was mostly PTSD. But yeah, I don't really know that it affected my relationship with guys. I know what Lisa did. She ended up dating a few abusive men where I never did. Like, to me, it was the opposite. If you even yelled at me, I couldn't date you. You know what I mean? Like, because I would literally just start breaking down and crying if any man yelled at me. Where Lisa, was like the opposite. She could take it, but, then she ended up, in abusive relationships.
Well, I guess it worked for you in the way that the signs.
Yeah.
So if you see the signs, you're not living through that because you experienced it.
Yeah, we can't. I'm like, yeah.
Red flag, you got to go,
right,
nigga.
Yeah.
Right. So, as a kid, what did you think that you were going to be?
Okay, so this is really interesting because most kids, if you ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? They have an answer. So my thinking was always I just didn't want to be afraid anymore. I didn't see beyond that. I was afraid like almost every day of my life because of my dad. So I just didn't want to be afraid. I didn't aspire to be anything, but just, free.
You're searching for peace.
Yeah, that's all I wanted. That's why when my mom took us and went to Florida, those 3 years were the best 3 years of my life because we didn't have to be afraid of anything. And we just lived as regular kids,
So what was your first career choice?
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? It was a choice, but it wasn't really a choice. It was a choice because I was good at it. I started, I would say like being a nanny. When I was very, very young, I was always good with kids. So I think at about maybe like 13, I started taking care of like my cousins. Then when I got older, moved to Atlanta. I actually was a nanny. I was a school teacher. I was a camp counselor. So anything to do with kids, like that was me. Right. But now if you ask me to watch a kid, sorry. Like not even my niece. Like my brother has 2 boys. My nephews, I help raise them. Right. They're like 18 and 19 now. But he has a new daughter and she's like 5. Love her to death, but I can't watch her more than like a couple minutes. It's like all of that in me. It's like I don't have that anymore. Like it went away. Like I could play with her and that's it. I can't.
So I assume you don't have any children.
No, and I don't want any. And people used to say, "Oh, you'll change your mind." I'm like, no. This go round because it took me so long to, I guess, to come into my own, to actually be able to be myself and be free because I wasn't able to growing up. I wasn't able to be myself. So once I was, comfortable with myself, I'm like, I need to enjoy this new me, myself. So no, if I come back again, then I'll have kids, but not this go round.
He said if you come back.
Hey,
shout out to all y'all that came back and had kids.
Right.
All right, so how far did you get in your education?
Wow. Okay, so I graduated. I went to college, but I kind of skipped around. First, I went to a college in Pennsylvania. Then I transferred to college in New York. And then after that, I moved to Atlanta and took some other courses in Atlanta. So I would say maybe after high school, I probably did maybe 3 years. But I didn't get any degrees in anything except like health-wise. I got like diplomas in nutrition and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. And any sororities?
No, you know what? I'm not going to say I don't believe in them. I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about it. I'm not for or against sororities, but I just don't like being attached to like cliques, even like religion. Like I'm not attached to any religion either. So, yeah.
At what age do you feel you became an adult?
I would say in the responsibility sense, I would say maybe in my 30s, but as far as like the fun sense, never. Never. I just have adult responsibilities, but as far as anything else, stuff I like to do, no. Most 52-year-olds are not doing the stuff I like to do.
So, what have you achieved in life that you inspired to, that you could say that I did that?
This was one of my dreams, was to have my designs in a boutique. And I was never able to do that in the past because stores always wanted to have cookie cutter mass produced things. And I don't design like that. As you can see, like, I just create something and I'll make it, but it can't be really mass produced. So when I had this opportunity at Opulence House with Ron and Tasha, as soon as I walked in the store, well, first of all, I walked in the mall and I was just walking straight and I looked over to my right and I couldn't walk past the store. The stuff in the window were just intriguing to me. I walked in, I'm thinking, wow, this store is so unique. It's stuff that you don't see. Right. So then when Ron came out and he was showing me all the stuff he designed, I'm like, his mind, it was like a creative genius mind. And I'm like, I think of stuff like that too. And I showed him a jacket I designed. And as soon as he saw the jacket, he was like, oh, wow, we could put your stuff in the store. That was before they knew who I was, Right. So it goes to show you it was my talent that, brought this together. But that was always one of my dreams, was to have my clothing in a boutique. And here it is.
And how long has it been since you've been in the store?
Today is the debut. Today is the it's
Okay.
today. Like
Okay,
this is the debut of my clothing line. So yes, today.
And what's the name of your clothing line?
Well, this particular line is called Left Eye Legacy by Reigndrop because a lot of the pieces are inspired by Lisa, and I have her imagery and her name on a lot of pieces like these. I don't know if you can see these tights. Have her on them and the shirt and the bag. But yeah, I do custom jackets mostly, and then I do have a line that's a mass-produced line for more of the frugal conscious shoppers. We have something for everyone, for the frugal conscious and the expensive conscious. So.
Okay, I'm gonna have you show me a few pieces when we done with the interview.
Okay.
What kind of do you get support from the Chili's and T-Boz?
No.
Will you get them to wear your clothes?
I mean, that would be up to them. I'm open to them wearing, my clothing, but that would be, their choice. I don't know if they would do that or not.
Do you still have a relationship with them?
Well, I guess any type of relationship is a relationship, but it's, I mean, I never like to say too much because I don't like speaking negatively about anybody, but I just wish it was a better relationship, and I don't really know why it's not, but I just know that, they have a lot of TLC related events and we don't get invited to any of them. So, and it hurts, like really, really hurts, when they're celebrating my sister and, we're in Atlanta and we don't get invited, so.
All right.
I've been quiet for too long, you know what I mean? Just because I don't like starting stuff. But it's like if I say anything, then there's a big issue with anything that I say. But I do want to say that if anyone is having anything TLC related or Lisa related, you have to contact us. Because if we're not there, it's because we weren't told about it.
Y'all heard that first right here.
Yeah. I mean, it
Call
is what it
us,
is.
okay?
It is what
That's
it
our sister. That's our family. Call us,
Yeah.
right? But what were your struggles pursuing this dream?
Of having my clothes.
Your line,
Just people being scared to think outside the box, store wanting stuff that is more, not normal, but just more cookie cutter, ish, and not so different. And my stuff is so different and it's so colorful. Some people are like, they don't know what to think. They're like, even on the street when I wear my clothing, people stop me and they love it. But then a lot of people say, I couldn't pull that off, but I love it. But they don't want the attention, so they're afraid to wear it,
I like the whole get up right here. Like,
Thank you.
yeah, it's definitely, I mean, it's colorful, but it's not, it's colors that go together.
Right.
From the hat to the shirt to the leggings,
Right.
everything matches. So it's not like it's just a whole bunch of colors. And it's stylish and it's fly. And unless you want to look like everybody else, then go buy everybody else. If you want to be different and stand on your own, this is how you're supposed to dress.
Yeah.
Because if you walk in the room, even if she wasn't an artist and she walked in the room, somebody going to be like, who is she?
Yeah.
You're going to stand out as the star in the room. So this is why you got designers like this that think like stylists and they design different, right?
Yep. Absolutely right.
Okay. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Did anyone close to you doubt you and did not support you?
You know what? I don't think so, because I think the people that really know me, they already know I've been super duper creative since I was a child. You know what I mean? So I think people would expect this from me. So yeah.
And then on the flip side of that, who's supported you the most?
Wow, who supported me the most? Lisa definitely supported me the most. But I mean, my family, honestly, my mom and my brother, I would have to say.
Okay. And who supported you the most in this line and getting it in here?
Me.
That's the Snoop Dogg answer. I think me.
Just honest. Yeah, honest. Yeah.
And how long was the process of creating your pieces to this launch?
Well, I would say, okay, on the 3 jackets I designed, One of the jackets took me about 2 months. Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand the creative process. It's a process. Like when I wake up, I look at the jacket and an idea just comes in my mind. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me see if this works. So I'll do whatever I do, put it on the jacket. It might look okay. And then the next morning I'll wake up, I'll look at it, and I might still like it. If I still like it, then I'll leave it. But sometimes I woke up and I didn't like something. I'm like, okay, no, I don't like it. 'Cause sometimes you have to sit with stuff. And so, like, there's one jacket where I changed the whole side of the jacket, ripped it out, and then, started again. So it's honestly, it's how I feel that day. And, certain things inspire me, or certain textures, certain fabrics I might see, or images, come in my head. And I'm like, ooh, let me try it. But 99% of the time, I get an image in my head, and then I'll do it. And usually it will come out good.
Oh, one of the questions I have, are your pieces one of ones?
Yes, the jackets are. The jackets are one of one. I have like sweatshirts and stuff that are not. This hat is one of one. So there are the exclusive custom pieces are one of one.
What is the highlight of your journey in life?
Wow, I think the highlight of my journey is I love to make people smile, like not just on the outside. I love to just make people feel good. Just a stranger walking on the street, I just like to compliment them. I'm like, oh, you look really cute today, or you look beautiful. And just to see, the expression in their face, like you don't know what they're going through, or, the day they had, and, just to, connect with them in that way. Like, I just love doing that. So, yeah, that would have to be it.
I believe you 100%. I can see your eyes watering.
It's true. I like connecting with people, the real person.
Right. What was the worst moment in your journey in life?
Wow, it's a lot. But I would say I can't go into a lot of detail because I'm going to start crying. But of course, Lisa's transition and just growing up being afraid all the time.
What is the one thing in life that you learned about relationships?
Wow, I've learned so much. One of the big things I learned is I give too much too soon. I'm just a giver. So like I give all of me, like if I believe in someone and want to be with them, and I just learned that everyone didn't deserve and appreciate that. So I just learned as I got older not to give so much so soon. You know what I mean? I think that's the main thing. And the second thing is meet people where they are, like let people be themselves. And I used to be like really pushy and really bossy. Like I'm a little bossy now, but it's a different type of bossy. But yeah, when I was younger, I used to be like really bossy. And I had to learn because one guy, I think I probably only have one guy that actually broke up with me. But he got back with me. But anyway, he was the first guy that ever broke up with me. And he told me I made him feel like he wasn't a man. And that really stuck in my mind because I was young in my 20s. But I was so like bossy, so independent, not being mean, but that was just my personality. And like I would think about that like in my other relationships as I got older. And I was like, maybe there's something to that. Let the man be the man, and I don't have to try to do everything. Like now I'll let guys open the doors for me. Like it's a deal breaker for me now if a guy doesn't open the door, where back then I'm like, I can get my own door. Like why you know what I'm saying? It's like a switch up, because I end up dating a guy and that's how he treated me. He opened the door for me. He would treat me like a queen, and that was the first time I had a relationship like that. And after that I'm like, oh wow, like this is actually what I deserve. And so moving on from there, it's like it has to be at that level or higher, or I'm not interested.
Yeah, leave them thugs alone. I'm just joking. If you could go back and change anything in your life, what changes would you make?
I would make the change of having a father that was just like a loving father that wasn't alcoholic. I just always wonder what it would be like to have like a real dad. You know what I mean? A dad that would hug you and love you and, support you and stuff like that. So.
Fellas, dads out there, listen, just Think how some of your daughters are thinking.
Yeah.
This could be your daughter.
I,
All right.
I think there's just something about a daddy-daughter relationship that I will never know, but I see it, and I'm always like, wow, you know.
Well, that's a beautiful thing. That's love there.
Right.
I love to hear that because there's some daughters out here that don't love their dads and don't respect their dads because their moms fed them a narrative that they were too young to understand. And sometimes when some men break up with the woman that they had a child with, a lot of women, speaking from my experience, a lot of women, if we can't be together, then you can't be with my child.
I hate when women do that. Like, I get that you have a bad relationship with him, but to interfere with their relationship with their dad, like, to me, like, that's the worst thing possible. I hate seeing that.
Yeah. Well, I've been through that.
Wow.
And I've been through a woman having my child and lied to another man and had him think my child was his for 10 years.
Oh my gosh. You see, I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand that. That doesn't help anybody in any way.
No.
At all.
And damn sure ain't helped me none.
No.
You know, okay?
So how's the relationship now with your daughter?
It don't exist.
Oh no. How old is she?
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, so to hear the things you say and keep going back to your dad and wishing, that was a better situation for you, it touches my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because it's guys like me that fight for that relationship with their kid, and then you fighting a woman that is mad because what she thought was going to be didn't work out, and everything's not promised when in relationships. Right. You know what I'm saying? So to kidnap somebody's kids and take them to another state and ruin their relationship, and especially for a person like me that go to jail for child support and don't even get to see my kid, but you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you a big hug at the end of this.
I'll give you a hug for your daughter.
Yeah, I appreciate that. There's someone somewhere watching this that is inspired by what you did, and they want to do exactly what you did. What potholes can you tell them to avoid getting to the end of the road?
I would just say, I think the biggest pothole is yourself. Some people let themselves get in the way, either not believing in themselves or doubting themselves. Like, I didn't believe in myself for a long time, and one day Lisa said to me, I remember, she said, "You're the most creative person I know outside of myself." And I was like, wow, that meant a lot to me because, like, she was just so super creative. She saw it in me when we were kids. Like, a lot of people don't know, like, some of her early videos and pictures. She has, like, a big old earring with a key on it. Well, I made that earring when I was, like, in middle school. You know what I mean? She's out there wearing it, But she saw it in me, and I didn't even see what she saw. So, yeah, I would say yourself is your biggest obstacle.
Don't get in your own way.
Yeah, and so many people do that I meet are so talented and they get in their own way, and I could see it, but they can't see it.
Right.
They're too close to it.
What is your focus today?
Wow, that's such a general question. With the clothing or just in general? In general, my focus, I think it would be just being the best version of myself I can be, because that affects every aspect of your life. It'll affect my clothing, it'll affect my relationships, it'll affect, everything. So yeah, I would say that.
And what's your focus for your business?
Is to create more pieces and to be known and seen as a creative designer that I am. You know what I mean? I think that was my main thing, is to be respected as a designer.
Okay, now I know a lot of designers, from Carl Kanai, April Walker, Tony Shellman. There's so many people that I've seen come with clothing lines over the years. And at one point, we had a big urban community in fashion with the Sean Johns, the Rockawares, Cross Colors, Pure Players, Mecca. I could go on for days, right? Because I used to go to Magic a lot.
Oh yeah, I've been to Magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if there's a production house, manufacturer that's watching and they see your designs and they want to do mass production with you, are you open to that?
I am. Maybe not so much with the custom jackets, but with the other things I have, like the hats, the tights, the sweatshirts, the sweatpants. Yeah, absolutely. But like the jackets are custom, and I put a lot into them because I'm making them by hand. I don't use a machine or anything. Like I just create by hand. So like I'm putting a lot of energy and love into that. So it's just different. Those pieces are just different.
And what stores do you see yourself in? Because like I used to work at Rockefeller. I was there when Kanye got signed. This dude had dreams and he just spoke them all into fruition for the most part. Right. He had this little closet and he was going to be, he didn't even think Mark Echo was it Mark Jacobs was a real person. But you know what I'm saying? But he took all his energy and believing in himself and became everything that he wanted to believe in.
I love clothes. It's something different for me. And you know, people say clothes don't make the man. I feel like it does. I feel like it really represents you. It's a good form of expression, you know what I'm saying? So it's fun, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you got a lot of money. You're like, boy, like, okay, I'm gonna show you examples of how I be freaking shit, you know what I'm saying? This is a Earl Jeans joint, right? But it's like this. And I've seen people rock it too. It's supposed to be on that side, but that's like too Gerald Levert for me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm putting it on some, right here on this side. Because I thought this was dope. This kind of reminded me of my couch. Look how much better the leather is on that side. And I just wear it on the opposite side. I say Earl Jeans on the back, the XL, everything. People don't even notice it.
Okay.
With you, I've kind of feel that same energy as him. How do you make sure you don't fail?
Well, I haven't. I mean, like, I don't really look at it as failing because, like, my dream already came to fruition. So it's not really only up from there. I mean, I can't fail like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can't fail because you succeeded.
Yeah,
your goal was
I
to
already
get
hit
in the
my
store.
goal. Yeah, I already hit my goal. So that's why I'm saying it's just up from here. So there's no failing now.
Right. And that's the message to the people out there. Right?
Right.
You follow your goal, and what happens?
It comes to fruition if you keep at it, And a lot of times, like when I was younger, I would try to push hard to make certain things happen. But honestly, you don't have to. When you put it out there, and you're doing what needs to be done, it just comes. Like this just came. Like it was really no effort. I just walked into the store and it just happened. But it was because everything I was doing, leading up to it. Manifestation, it's just,
Yeah, that's what I mean about Kanye. Like,
right.
He the power of word is strong.
Yeah, it is.
You say it and it happens if you execute.
Absolutely, that's what it is. It's about execution. Yeah.
Okay.
And timing. I'm a firm believer in timing is everything. Like it wasn't supposed to happen before today.
Okay. Let me take you back about 6 years.
Okay.
COVID happened. How did that affect your life?
It didn't affect it at all, honestly. The only way it affected it, I didn't change anything, honestly. I mean, I don't know how people feel, but no, I didn't wear masks. I didn't do any of that stuff, because I'm into natural herbs. I don't take any medication over the counter. I don't really believe in that. Unless I'm dying and you have to save me, yeah, do whatever. Yeah. So I ended up packing up all my belongings, putting it in a storage during COVID because I'm just sitting in a house, just getting depressed. There's nothing to do. I'm always out, doing events, attending, things. So it was really getting really depressing for me. Put all my stuff in storage and I started traveling. I traveled the entire COVID and I visited people. Some people let me in.
They didn't want to see you, right?
Yeah, some people didn't. So if I visited someone, they didn't let me in. I stayed at a hotel. I pretty much lived in a hotel for like a whole year of COVID, of the lockdown. because there's no way I was staying in the house.
Right.
So certain cities were not as strict. Atlanta wasn't the strictest, but you know, some other places were. So I traveled around during COVID.
I did the same thing.
Wow, are you serious?
I drove from Atlanta to Oakland, all the way across. I stopped in Houston. I stopped in Phoenix.
So you didn't fly.
No, I drove all because I wasn't going to sit in the house either. I'm like, if this is it, I'm not going to die sitting in this goddamn house.
And, you know, a lot of people were scared, like, oh, my gosh, I can't believe you're flying on an airplane. I'm like, I'm on an airplane with 10 people, and the air is circulated every 3 minutes.
Right.
That's cleaner than you going to the grocery store picking up the items. You know what I mean?
That other people touch.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was my favorite time of traveling is during COVID because there was nobody in the airport, and it was just so peaceful. And then when COVID started wrapping up lockdown, I was like, man, now I got to share the airport with everybody again.
And that's how the road. The roads was clear.
I know. Oh my, yes, it was beautiful. Yeah.
Getting back to your sister, all right. I saw this. I guess it was a movie, Andre Rison movie. Did you see that?
No, someone sent me the book, and I just couldn't believe some of the stuff I was reading in the book. But no, I didn't see the movie.
Okay, well, we can't talk about that.
Well, I mean, it's based off of the book.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, from what I was told.
Well, I didn't read the book. I just saw the
person that wrote the book sent it to me, and I just couldn't believe some of the stuff I was reading. But I just know some of the people that went to the movie that were close to Lisa were not happy once they saw the movie.
Okay, yeah, because I went to that screening too. So, is there any rumors that you would like to dispel about your sister?
Well, one is a lot of people think she has kids, and she doesn't. A lot of people think she adopted 2 kids. And she didn't adopt anyone. She was going to adopt. The first child was named Jamal. It was her artist. He was 12 at the time. She was going to adopt him. She didn't. And then Snow. She was going to adopt Snow, but she didn't. She just helped raise her. So that's like one of the biggest things. Even when you search Lisa, it says she has kids. You know, even us, you know, trying to become beneficiaries for Lisa with some of the music stuff, they were telling us, oh, no, she has kids. Like,
what?
no, yes, like, yeah, legal stuff. They're like, no, she has kids, and they're sending us like these posts from online that they're listing kids. I'm like, no, Lisa does not have any kids. I had to convince them, like, Lisa doesn't have any kids. Like, this goes to my mom, you know. So that's like the biggest thing out there. Misconception is.
What about Tupac? Were they ever idol?
No, a lot of people don't believe that. They never, ever, ever did anything but be friends. Like, never slept together, anything like that. Honestly, Tupac told Lisa, don't ever let me sleep with you. Right. Like, they never did. I think their relationship was so much of a soul connection. You know, they didn't want to mess that up. But no, they were like connected in the soul. They were really good friends. And Lisa did this painting of Tupac. If you find it, you can like show it in the interview. But she painted him and then gave it to Afeni. So now Afeni's daughter, Set, has the painting. And on the back of the painting, Lisa wrote that they'll be together in 10 years. And it was 10 years later that Lisa transitioned from when she did the painting.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Their connection was just, you know, how some people believe in twin flames.
Right.
If that exists, I believe that they were twin flames.
And that's what I was talking about. The power of word is strong. You got to watch what you say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. So... Well, I think Andre Rison, he said that in that movie.
He said what?
That, like, he was insinuating that she cheated on him with Tupac.
No, Lisa never cheated on Andre. He cheated several times. You know, a lot of people, when they're doing something, they just assume, you know, you're doing it. That was the whole thing that started the fire was, you know, every night, not every night, but Andre was just coming home like wee hours in the morning all the time, and Lisa would just be there waiting for him. So her thing is, let me flip the script, go out with my girls, and come back late. Well, we come back late like 5 in the morning. Andre still wasn't home. So then when he pulled up, you know, that was like the beginning of, you know, that fight and then the fire and all that.
All right. How did that affect your family?
Whew. Well, I guess it didn't really affect our family like personally, but as far as like the media goes, that's all everyone wanted to talk about after that. That's it, you know. burn down the house. And of course, she didn't mean to. It was an accident. You know, you don't start a fire in a bathtub. She was, you know, emotional, distraught after the fight, you know, because her and Andre, you know, got into a fight after he came home and saw Lisa in a dress. And he didn't really like her going out or wearing, you know, like really skimpy stuff. So he was just mad when he saw her. And like I said, you know, they go in the room, you know, and they're fighting. And then Andre leaves. And yeah, Lisa, she was just like emotionally just drained. You can just see it on her face. And so she just went in the closet and saw all these tennis shoes. And so a lot of people think it was about the tennis shoes. It wasn't about the tennis shoes. The tennis shoes meant something. It was like he bought like 50 pair of shoes and didn't even think about her. You know, that's what it was more of. He's not even thinking about me. You know what I mean? So being so emotional and just seeing like 50 tennis shoes and no size 5.
Right.
She just threw the tennis shoes in the bathtub and, you know, was trying to burn up the tennis shoes. You know what I mean? But the tub actually went up,
Right.
you know, because he had to replace with fiberglass instead of marble. So yeah, you know, that's how the house burned down. And you know, she never meant to burn down house.
Right.
You know, it just happened.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah.
You don't want to burn down your own crib.
No, that was,
Right.
and then, you know, but you know, a lot of people don't know, like his sister tried to burn down the house.
Right.
She poured gasoline like literally around the house to
That's
burn down the
trying to
house.
burn the
Yeah,
house.
that's what I'm saying. But
Right.
no one hears about that at all. They just
Right.
hear Lisa's crazy, she burned down the house. No, like she really tried to burn the house with us there. So
Right.
yeah, crazy times.
Yeah, it's the life we live.
Yeah.
One more question about relationships with her, because I hear a lot of people say Suge Knight used to date her as well.
Yeah. Her and Suge did date for a time.
Okay. Well, that would make sense if Pac didn't mess with her and Suge was messing with her.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I appreciate your time. Thank you. It's been a long time since I've been emotional in the interview. So we got the glass eyes over here.
I know, right?
But tell the people your social media, what you got going on, or where they can find your clothes, website, how they can purchase, and thank you for your time.
You're welcome. So yes, my social media is Reigndrop Lopes, but you have to spell it right. Do you know how to spell it?
Is it REIGN?
Okay.
Drop.
Yes. REIGN.
School.
DROP Lopez with an S and not a Z. Some people till this day still put a Z.
Oh, it's with S.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, with an S. So yes. So on Instagram it's Reigndrop Lopes. Most places it's Reigndrop Lopes. And Lisa's official Instagram page is Miss Left Eye Lopez. No, I'm sorry, Miss Left Eye.
Okay. And you run that page?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Anything else you want to let the people know?
As far as my clothing, you can just follow me on Instagram and I'll, post stuff because a lot of people are asking how to get it online. And right now it's just in the store, but it will be online. So if they just follow me, I'll post stuff as it goes.
Let them know where the store is at.
Yes, the store is North Point Mall in Alpharetta, Georgia, and it's called Opulent Style House.
And it's on the first floor or the second floor?
It's on the second floor, but if you come in the theater entrance, you'll be on the right floor.
Choke no joke. We are out of here. Make sure y'all support this stylish woman. Show them your boots.
Well, first of all, let's see the pants.
Okay.
I'll do this. Some of my tights with Lily on there. Oh, there's the can. I was thinking it was right there. Yeah, you got the boots too. Yep. This is one of the tops, so I'm going to be making some more of these as well.
I like that.
Thank you. And some hats.
What's
Okay,
the what's the price points?
Well, honestly, there's different price points. Like these are on the lower end, so these are like 45. This is like 65, and then let me show you the jackets. You want to go see the jackets?
Yeah, I'll come show.
Okay,
Yeah.
now the jacket price points they're up there. They're like 1,000. But I know.
That's low. That's nothing. I seen people throw that in Magic City. That ain't
That's
nothing.
what I said. Like I said, I have something for everyone. I do
Right.
want to target that audience as well.
Right, and $1,000 for a handmade item.
And that's the thing, like
The time,
I'm literally
yes.
hand making. I'm putting my positive energy in it, love in it. So
Yeah.
that's why I said those can't be mass produced. It wouldn't be the same.
If y'all can spend $1,000 for Gucci, Louis, and all those other
Yeah.
people, that ain't us.
Right. And if you can't,
You can spend it with this sister here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's go see the $1,000 jackets.
All right, let's go. Choke no joke. We be right back.
Okay, so these are two of the jackets I custom designed, and these are hand constructed. Everything is by hand. It's another one over here. We got the neon checkers. And this is actually from a t-shirt that Lisa designed when she was working on her Ionetics website. She designed and had a lot of t-shirts pressed up, so I included one of the shirts in that. And let's see the back. On the back of that one, we have Believe in Yourself. Mm-hmm.
And these are your pants as well?
No, that's Ray Flanier, the store owner. Now there's one more jacket. Let's go see the other jacket. Oh, while we pass this, now these are the non-custom items, so these are on the lower price end, and these will be available online. So it's one of the sweatsuits. You can piece them together, really. I just make the separate sweatpants and the separate sweatshirts, so you can piece it with whatever you want. And this hat as well. So my mother sewed the hat, and then I, covered it with different materials, and you can get a picture of the top as well. It's a picture of Lisa on the top. So one of her signature left eye hats made by Lisa's mother and sister. So let's go see the other jacket in the window. So this is one of the jackets as well that I made. You can see over here some pictures of Lisa on the side. And you can see the mismatched sleeves and just different prints. I like a lot of checkers and block patterns and stuff like that. So, and then you can come and take a look at the back. Okay, so here's the back. One of Lisa's sayings. I just hand painted that on there with a paint marker and the signature eye. So yeah, this is why these pieces are, more expensive, because they're very tedious and hand done, and they, require a lot of effort to put them together. So yeah, I had to go with a higher price point for those. But yeah, these are custom. So no two alike.
Okay.
And there it is.
Jack Brown, you know what it is. Keep on hating, you know what it is. Never did I think hip-hop go this far. Never did I think I see Diddy behind bars. Or Kells, penitentiary scars. The Man Act, is it going too far? Back, y'all industry rats, y'all whack. That's 100, all Pyro. You'll be trapped like Pac. The go viral, Gene saw the nuts of gyro at the freak off and did